Welcome back, guys, and thanks for joining me again on another ASX watch list update. I'm going to follow through the next 10 stocks on the watch list just like I did last week. So if you missed that video, go and check that one out. We went through all of the number stocks and the A's. So today I think I've got the B's and possibly into the C and the D. We'll see. If there are some stocks that you want to have a look at, you want to add to the watch list, let me know in the comments down below. Drop those down there, and the ones that get the most likes I'll add to the watch list so that we can keep up with them on a weekly. Maybe I'm even going to do 2 or 3 of these a week because they're nice and quick, and they basically just give you an update rather than having to go through the whole stock in a 10-minute video. I do like some of those, so thank you to the comments that mentioned to go through a stock in a bit more detail. I will do those if it's a stock that we haven't covered already. You know, I want to give you the most value and hopefully not waste too much of your time. So I think the watch list updates have been working quite well, pretty effective. So yeah, let's crack on with that. If you find some value from the video, you know what to do. The like button's down here. Make that thing go blue, white, black, whatever setting you've got it on. Change the color. It really helps the video out a lot, pushes this content through the YouTube algorithm. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that damn thing down there, the bell notification icon, because that lets you know when another video comes out, and of course when a live stream comes out. So let's jump across to the charts. All right, first up on the watch list, I've got BHP Group. Now, I've started covering these because a lot of these majors have been increasing pretty well this year, and they've just gone unnoticed for, I think, the YouTube audience. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the major people are buying into this. They're big companies, right? And BHP, sorry, was at $25 just earlier this year at the COVID crash low. So 25, 26. We now see it at $42. All right, here's BHP. I want to have a look at the dividend. It's at 4%. So if that was 4% earlier this year and you've just gone from 26 bucks, maybe you got it at $30 and now it's at 42, you're doing pretty well. That's like a 30 or 35%-ish, something like that increase from that point if you had a lot of time to buy it through here. So I'm going to drop it back to a weekly chart. I want to have a look at another indicator which I've been playing around with, and I do like the look of it. We can't use it when we break to all-time highs, but this one shows us the volume at a particular price point. So I'll bring it up here. There it is, right-hand side, and I'll use it for some of the other charts. So what this shows is how much volume was traded at a particular price. And you can see that these huge spiked out areas, for example, 32 through to 34, you can see there was a lot of trading action at this point here. So that price was an area that there was a lot of volume being traded. So I'll make a quick mention of it here and then we'll jump across to the next stocks. For BHP, it looks really interesting, right? We're getting close to the all-time high again. I remember it was around 50 bucks. This was one of the first stocks that I traded. I traded it up through here 2010 just because it was a major. It just fell short of the all-time high back in 2011 when the mining boom in Australia was going off, and then it just went down for many years. And obviously you can see here it's been on its way back up. It's broken through this high right here, and we're sitting above it now. Volumes increase, that's what we want to see. We are on a weekly chart, remember, so that's a bigger time frame, better potential here. A lot of volume back through those levels of 36 through to 38. So we would expect some support if it broke down from here at about that level, and of course our swing lows as well. So there is a little bit of volume there. If we remember to scroll out again, there you go. You can see the volume just come through at this area, and this shows the volume from where we are now all the way back to the price that is on the chart. So if you need a bit more data, you just have to keep scrolling out and this will readjust. So you can see there's huge volume through that area. There's a lot of price action, buying and selling in that point. So BHP to me looks pretty good. It's broken through those resistance levels. It's a long-term blue chip dividend paying stock that potentially has a lot further to go, but be careful because there are the all-time highs here at 50 bucks, 49 something and $50. But the volume indicator, we can't really use it because once it goes beyond its price, then there's just no more volume up there. So that's when there's clear skies, and it can, not saying it will, but it can go nuts once it breaks through its all-time highs. So I'll turn that one off and we'll skip through the next couple of stocks quicker. These blue chips are going to be a big thing, I think, in 2021. People have made their money off these small caps like we're about to see next, BRN. They've made their money, they've pulled their money from it, and they're going to put it into something that's a little bit more long-term, giving them a dividend. And you can just see it here with BrainChip. I'm not going to spend long on this because it's just like watching paint dry. There's nothing happened since October, really. Early October, little tiny spike. People thought it was coming back. Nope, bull trap, and just gone sideways. I've got here this little scoop action happening. I'm sure it will break down at some point, but I think it'll test people and it'll just boost back up to basically to fool people. I'm sure that's what's going to happen with BrainChip. I'm not touching this thing at the moment. Remember, it was one of our penny stocks to look at for 2021, so keep it on our watch list. Moving on, Big Tin Can. This one started to break down after some huge volume on these drops back in late October, early November, and it just hasn't found its support. It just continued up with lowering volume. And what I see now is we're just in a bit of a no man's land. We are finding some support around that $1.10. Keep that in mind. We are on old highs. If this does not hold at $1, I think we're definitely coming back to these levels. Let's have a quick look at the volume by price. Yeah, you can see a lot of volume by price through here, 75 cents through to 90 cents. So that could be another area of support. Moving on to Bubs, volume. It's all the way up here. So if we haven't made it back up to those levels at 90 cents to $1, $1.10, $1.20, yeah, you can see there's a lot of traffic ahead for Bubs. And at the moment, it's still just playing out to this lower level. We're looking at around 40 cents, 50 cents. There was some volume in last week. Not much is going on with Bubs. It's probably falling a little bit quicker than I thought at this point, so maybe we're coming to the end of it. Wait and see. But this low still looks pretty solid. There's just nothing going on with it, and it's just taking its time with its drop. So Bubs is still there. I'm still cool with that. Catapult. This one came up, I think this was from a penny stock video a few weeks ago. A lot of volume through here, a lot of volume, price $1.60, $1.70. VPVR is the tool that we're using if you wanted to know more about that. Okay, so this is tradingview.com that I'm using. You guys are probably already aware, but for the new guys, tradingview.com, I've got a link in the description down below. You can sign up with a free version, but for this tool, unfortunately, it's a paid tool. I'm showing you a paid tool. Sorry about that, guys. I'll take it off for now, but that's a paid tool. It's $15 a month. If you get it on an annual membership, it's like $12.95 US. So look, I think it's highly worthwhile. It's a few coffees. Seriously, this is really going to help the trading. Not much has happened from last week. I think that gives us enough ammo to skip on to the next stock. Yeah, like we don't need to worry too much about this. It's pretty much sitting where it was. Volume is dropping, so that's healthy. We're waiting for a break above these levels here. That's pretty much what's going on. Or will this level at $1.60 hold? They're the pivot points. CBA, another big blue chip stock, and I'm bringing this one up because we're approaching all-time highs. Well, not yet, but we're getting there. There's the old all-time high at around 96, and this is the top that we want to get through, that $90 area. So if I bring this chart in and turn our tool back on, we can see that there's a bit of support for it around 73, 74. So I think CBA is going to look pretty good. And then the next level to watch is that $90 area to see if we can slice through that up here. Got a fair bit of price at 80, so that's a little bit of support. If we break down from here, probably that $80. If not, it'll just, what happens is the price quickly falls through these gappy areas through to where the next next huge area of price support is, which is around that $75. Yeah, 74, 75. That's CBA. We've run our 100%. Maybe we're going to stretch out to 125%. So this is what I'm looking at here, the fib. It's our second swing out of the lows. Let's put it back to the low here. See where these end up. All right, so 100% of this level hits us at around $86. So that all works out pretty well. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully we can get there, but I think it'll rest out for just for another week or two at some point, because we have had a pretty decent run from November, $66 through to 83. So what I'm looking at for CBA is something on the watch list, because CBA should have an okay dividend, and that's one of those places that I'm sure people are pulling their profits from the small caps. The dumb money is staying in the small caps waiting, and they pulled their profits and putting it into the larger blue chips to increase their dividend portfolios. Yeah, 3.6% on Commonwealth Bank. Moving on, CCL, Coca-Cola Amatil. This one was a crazy one. I think they announced something back here. You guys let me know in the comments from Coca-Cola Amatil. I think they were looking to buy Coca-Cola, something overseas. Was it a Coca-Cola in Europe? Was it a Coca-Cola in Asia? I don't remember, but they did something here and they just shot up in price. Or someone was going to buy out the Aussie Coca-Cola. Something happened there. Still huge volume, but not much is happening. So we know that it sometimes, often, eventually, gaps can be filled. So we got a massive gap here from around 12.25 and the high here is 10.78. So it looks like the volume is lowering. There's a lot of resistance. If it doesn't break through this level at 13.20-ish, then possibly I'm going to keep an eye on it to see if we start to fill that gap again before making its move. Right now, Coca-Cola, I mean, look, lows, 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 keeps bouncing. It's just one of those, it's just in a trading range at the moment, but getting wider. So keep that on the lookout if you're looking for those bigger blue chip stuff. So with that said, we're going to move across to Coles. Coles Group, similar sort of area. We're just trading in this slowly increasing up range, $17 to $18.50. We want to see the breakout above that $18.50 or $18.80. And then, of course, the all-time high, which is sitting at $19.26, which happened in August. Looking at Coles, they would have to give a dividend. So let's have a quick look at that, see if that's a good blue chip stock as well. Back here, we're up at 1.56% on the day so far on Monday. 24 billion market cap, 3% dividend. Room to run. Another blue chip. All right, these are looking all right. You know, they're setting up. There's some volume. Where are you going to pull the profits? Let me know in the comments. What do you do with your profits from these small caps that you make money from? CSL, another big one. It's starting to fall, break down from our structure here. Let's make it a little bit more stricter on where we've set these lines up. Pull it back to here. I'm going to get rid of this because that's what we were using last time. Let's move it from the low to the next low. And it is looking like it's breaking down. Look at that, higher volume last week. Yeah, it's the first day in, just a few hours. So we've got to wait to see what happens this week. But yeah, it looks like we're breaking down that 285. And then like we talked about on a stream recently, looking for that 270 to see if that holds. If not, then that has to hold there, 240. Otherwise, it's in a little bit of trouble. All right, I think I got another one more to go. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dough is our 10th stock. Unfortunately for the Dough holders, this one has been a disappointment. It has crashed through the level which we were looking at late last week in the stream for Dough. That 22 cents was something that I pointed out, I think it was early November, as we saw it come in on our fib. So now that we've broken this fib, I'm just going to get rid of that. So we got clear space here. 22 cents is gone. You know, we've looked at that for a long time now. That was a level. And I want to bring up this tool one last time. You can see the volume. Don't worry about this data back here because that's from the old stock that was using this ticker symbol of DOU. So if we roll it out, bring it onto a daily chart so we have a few more days here, then we can see that a lot of volume took place from 10 cents. Let's give it 11 cents. So I think this is going to find slight support at 15 through to 16, and then it's just going to slice through that area and come back to that 11-ish cents. If not 12, you know, cent either side. If that doesn't hold, then obviously that 8 cent level's got the highest volume out of any area on this Dough chart. So that's what we're keeping an eye on. I'm definitely looking at this 11, 12 cents and then down to that 8. So I don't think this 18 is going to hold for too long. I think it's on its way down. That's Dough. Keep it on the cards if it's something that you're looking at for a longer term hold. And yeah, I think definitely keep this in the watch list. Let's put an alert on here as well at 12 cents. That's our first one. And then I'll put a second one here at 9 cents. Cool. Awesome, guys. I'll wrap that video up there. Thanks for joining me on another ASX watch list update. We got through 10 stocks. I did the video in just over 10 minutes for the stocks themselves. There were a few things I had to go through, which was this tool called the VPVR. So if you want to know more about that, check it out in the paid version. I've got a link to tradingview.com in the description down below so you can get that software. You get free $30 when you sign up for an annual membership. So that gives you basically 2 months for free if you want to do that. And you can use this tool and start to play around with it, because I've used it a lot on the Bitcoin charts, and I see a lot of Bitcoin technical analysis guys using it, and it works out so well. It just slices through these areas where there is no volume and comes back to sit on an area that has had a lot of price action happen at a particular price, or a lot of volume at that price. So check it out, it looks pretty cool. All right, if you found some value from the video, let me know. Like it down below here, subscribe, bell notification icon, because that helps out the video and the channel and the community, of course. We're going to hit 34,000, fingers crossed, by the end of the year, and let's go towards 40,000 for next year on the channel. 40,000 of you guys, thank you so much. I'll thank you again. We're getting up close to Christmas. Course is ready to come out, so leave your email in my website down below. I know I've got a lot of things that I've had to say at the end, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, and thank you for sticking around on the live streams as well and letting me know which stocks and cryptocurrencies you guys are enjoying a lot of. Special thank you to the ASX guys who are now getting their hands, fingers, whatever, wet. That sounded awful. In cryptocurrency after such a long time of me banging on about it. So you guys are doing extremely well. Congratulations to you as well. All right, let's hit off with another 10 tomorrow or later during the week. Catch you then. Like, share, subscribe, of course. And I'll see you guys at the next video. Until then, have more fun to get more done. Peace out.